Yo, today I'm playing as Liberia, which is an American colony over here in Western Africa with Afro-American primary culture. Goal is going to be to conquer all of the Afro-American homelands from America, and probably all of the slaves from America, try and liberate them. Maybe try to end slavery, that would be pretty epic if we can manage to fully end slavery, and unify Western Africa over here in mostly the Senegal strategic region, and maybe part of these neighboring strategic regions as well. So I'm going to start out by researching empiricism for the wealth education access, then stock exchange for the MAPI, Atmo engine, and railways to get us better iron production and railways for infrastructure. I'm going to lower taxes because there's really no point in taxes in this early game. And I'm going to exile the pacifist because I want to try to pass frontier colonization, and that'll help out with that. And then I think for our early game stuff, I'm going to start expanding the army and maybe the navy. I think mostly the army though. Also, I'm going to set our port to be a cargo port because we are going to need some convoys. And I'm going to declare our interest over here. And we're going to try to ally one of these countries over here so that we can invade the others because it'll give us military access and maybe the ability to call them into a war. So yeah, basically we're going to need to go into like a month. Okay, now we're at the start of February. We can ally... Oh, they really don't want to ally us because our army power projection is terrible, actually. So let's conscript up as much as possible. Now they should be more interested. Yeah, we need to wait for their attitude to flip out of disinterested, though. Okay, yeah, now that they're cooperative... Okay, it's still negative 42, unfortunately. Why is it so negative? Defend the borders. How about Benin? Will you ally me? Okay, Benin actually maybe will ally me. They're more wanting a defensive act, but both are basically the same, actually. I guess we can just owe Benin an obligation in exchange for an alliance. And then from there, we can invade Yoruba states, aka Oyo. Also, I guess we should start improving relations with some of the great powers, like the UK and France, because they are going to probably be pretty mad at me for conquering this area. Yeah, probably very mad, actually. Calling Benin into this war should make it relatively easy, because Benin has a similar size army. Actually looks like they are losing, so I guess I'll mobilize a little bit and send it over. I think conscripts, even that are unraised, cost supply routes, so we're not going to have too many extra conscripts in the queue here. And hopefully we can just get into the Yoruba states here. I don't know. Okay, org was just at 0 at the start. It is turning towards 100. That's good. Luckily, Oyo starts the first battle instead of Benin, so we're going to be able to win that, and then probably win the future attacking battles, so that's good to see. And yeah, we take over the Yoruba states. Very nice to ally Benin here, makes it a lot easier to get in over here. I think we conquered Dahomey next. That'll be not too bad, especially with our great ally of Benin. Oh, apparently they don't want to join us in this war. Yeah, they're one acceptance away from joining us, unfortunately. We pass frontier colonization, meaning we can now colonize somewhere. I think I'm going to colonize into Guinea, because we want to try to get up to, like, the Messina countries up there a little bit quicker. Then I think next I want to... let's see, do we have a peasant movement? Okay, we do. I'm going to bolster that, and then take out the armed forces, and just try to pass tenant farmers. Fake pass homesteading, and just go tenant farmers. Stall chance on this is actually terrible. Why are the landowners so mad? I guess they're just -5. Dang, we got some landowners that are radical. That's the reasoning. How dare the landowners be radical? Now we've got Dahomey as well. I guess I should start incorporating these newly acquired states, and we can now just wait a while before conquering much else. Oh, and maybe we can go for Texas. That is kind of easy, probably. We don't actually have a navy is the only problem with trying to conquer Texas. We've got 70 irregulars. I think we should delete those. Or we can upgrade them. Let's upgrade them, I guess. I think we can try to invade Texas. We might have to give this up to America at some point. Oh wait, what? Texas kind of wants to accept annexation? What? Okay, well, we'll see if they accept. Okay, they don't. But, this could be pretty nice if we can just manage to take over Texas. Only problem is America will probably want it from us eventually, so it might make America domineering, but hopefully that isn't too much of a problem. Oh, Texas just backed down. Okay, that explains why. They own a little bit of Oklahoma. That's why they were willing to accept. I was very confused why they were willing to accept. But yeah, we do get our little little Liberian colony over here in Texas, which is actually an Afro-American homeland, which is one of the reasons I wanted to conquer it. Yeah, it's next to America. Doesn't has America gotten Russia to be mad at them yet? No, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. Definitely are going to want some Russian support independence eventually, because that will help out a lot. Oh, 20% loyalists in Liberia is huge. That should make the landowners quite a bit less mad. Oh, I forgot the social mobility and stuff in Liberia. No, I'm throwing. I'm throwing. No. Anyway, we should start to get some schools or something. Oh, our evangelicals are not actually powerful enough? Dang. I think I'm gonna try to go for a law commitment on agrarianism from the British because that would be pretty nice. Okay, the British decline. That's not ideal. Um, huh. I guess we can non-colonization agreement Senegal, but I really don't want to do that if possible. I guess we could ask the British for an obligation in exchange. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. That seems fine. Okay. We get an obligation from the British in exchange. So I'd say that's decent. And then, yeah, 30% success to 70% stall isn't great for agrarianism, but I'm gonna go for it. It's kind of unfortunate that we're an unrecognized regional. I'm gonna go minimum gov wages, I guess, so that we can hopefully drop out of unrecognized regional back to unrecognized power for the extra success chance. I guess I'm gonna request market control. I need to try to keep my labor desire up from USA here. We have a construction sector in the Yoruba states that's only employing 90 people, but is stealing half of our construction. Or I guess only 25%, but still, yeah, we should not be having that. If we're gonna build a construction sector, we should do it in Liberia, where we can actually employ it. Dang, we're not getting very lucky on agrarianism. I guess I'll owe an obligation to Prussia. Okay, I think we're doomed on agrarianism here. I'm just gonna cancel it, and, might go back to passing it again. I guess we could like change it into like interventionism, but no, our odds of passing that are going to be even worse. So yeah, we might just have to wait the 2 years and then try again. I'm gonna go for annex country on Borgu. It says Sokoto might join. If they do, that would be pretty bad, but I kind of don't believe them. And actually, it wouldn't be that bad. I think with Benin, we can maybe win against Sokoto, or we can actually even call in the USA, but we would have to give them obligation, which I don't really want to do. Borgu has been annexed. No intervention by Sokoto or anything. Pretty nice. I'm gonna build up some government administrations because we actually really need bureaucracy right now. Okay, we're gonna run infamy again. Let's conquer like the Ghana area, the Ashanti here. That's not too bad. I really need a bit of pass agrarianism, but another 6 months till we can pass it. Luckily, Ashanti is keeping 10 of their troops at home, so that should make invading them quite a lot easier. Yep, we easy win these battles. Running big bureaucracy deficits again. Time to expand government administrations. Oh, we can finally start trying to pass agrarianism again. This time the stall chance of the landowners is a little bit less bad because they are no longer below -5 approval, so that should make this law pass a little bit more doable. Investment pool is looking pretty good. I think I'm going to build up like 5 construction sectors because that is a big investment pool, especially considering we're not even off of traditionalism yet, meaning that government dividend reinvestment is only 25%. Agrarianism passed. Yeah, that about doubles our reinvestment. Pretty nice. Or maybe a bit more than doubles, actually. I don't know why it's going up a little bit more still. Government administrations are not employing up. Dang, that's a little bit unfortunate. Should probably try to get off of national supremacy. Oh, we can't go any further than racial segregation because of slavery. We do need to try to ban slavery, probably. Because going multiculturalism would be pretty important so we can get mass migrations and stuff. Because right now, can't really get too much migration. Well, now that we've passed agrarianism, we can revoke this treaty. We still have our obligation from the British for the next 7 years, though, so that's pretty nice. We can use that to either get +30 acceptance on a treaty, or if we were to declare a war on the USA, I think that gives like 100 acceptance to calling them into a war. That would be pretty huge. I think I'm going to use my obligation with America to have some fun and, invade them. Not America, obligation with Britain. Okay, so we need to swap over to an armed forces government. Armed forces. And yeah, now we can call the British to our side. I'm going to mobilize, send my army over there. And yeah, hopefully the British will be enough to defeat America. America only has like 100 conscripts right now, so this should be pretty easy, I think. Calling in our obligation, and the British will indeed join us. Obligations are really strong. I'm going to go for a liberate New Africa. Oh wow, this actually costs a lot of maneuvers. Uh, this is actually, yeah, very maneuver expensive to declare this war. We only have 30 more maneuvers. I guess the Americans aren't that scared. Okay, I'm gonna go for North Carolina. That'll be pretty nice. You know, that'll give us some state over here, along with New Africa, which will be something we can conquer later on. Now I'm gonna try to improve relations with like the French because I do want to try to get recognition after this war, maybe. So that would be pretty nice. We are currently getting -1 change, but we can maybe get an embassy with France or something to make that change stop going down or something. I don't know, it's a little bit close. If we were to like give them money transfer, we could probably do it. Okay, yeah, America didn't end up backing down, so this war does not seem like it should be that difficult. I guess we should not be attacking because we have like no org. But yeah, Britain is easily pushing into New York and stuff. So America's going to be pretty doomed here. That's going to be pretty nice for us. Of course, we didn't have enough liberties there to declare independence. I don't even know that we would have wanted our own independence, though, because being in the American market is pretty nice. You know, our economy's crashed like 50% due to being outside of it right now. We'll own North Carolina here, and we'll have New Africa, which we can invade pretty soon here. Fun fact, New Africa actually gets an event when it gets liberated, where it gets its slavery banned instantly. About to make peace with America, but unfortunately, we do need to get an embassy with France because we're not at 50 relations yet. So let's see, what do we need to do to get an embassy? Diplomatic stance, can we get more from ideological similarities? No, okay. So I guess we can take a look at goods transfers. Oh, actually, if we do goods transfers are kind of a scam once we join the American market, but you know, we'll take your clothes, France, you know. We'll owe you an obligation. Oh, you don't want my power block embassy? Okay, maybe if I change my ideological similarities, they will actually. Looks like they need the landowners. Hopefully that'll make things more ideological similar. No, not quite enough. Okay, so if we owe obligation, we're still pretty far off. Yeah, even with max money. Okay, let's do a non-colonization agreement. And then I guess we'll try without money, but the odds are very much not in our favor. Okay, yeah, they decline. So now we'll try +10. And then we'll have to like revoke this treaty immediately or renegotiate it to where it's not an embassy once we get our stuff done. Okay, please France accept. France does not accept. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Now we'll have to go to +20 acceptance worth. Okay, yeah, that's like a lot of money. Very unfortunate. Please, France, just accept my treaty. Okay, France accepts my treaty finally. Now we can make peace with the Americans. Now we're staying at 200 exactly, and we just need to wait for hitting 50 relations with France, and we'll get recognition. Also, you know, we got New Africa here, slavery banned, because it insta-bans slavery. We'll start damaging relations, though, because we are the only legitimate Afro-American country in the world. I should definitely go off of very low taxes. I think we go per capita taxation, because I need some more money. Did just realize we got recognition. I think we got it a while ago, but I just realized. We should definitely renegotiate our treaty with France, because giving them all this stuff is really not worth it. Yeah, oh wait, what? We're at 76 acceptance? Oh, now they really like us now that we're recognized, and they're like genial towards us and stuff. So I guess we can maybe, we can steal like a lot of money from them. Or not that much money, but some. Yeah, we can steal like maybe 2,000. That would be decent to steal 2,000. Or let's do like an amount we can actually guarantee. We'll steal like 1,500. Yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed. Okay. I'll take it. Nice little renegotiation. Instead of giving the French money, we take their money, but we do still have to owe them an obligation, which isn't ideal. Okay, we've got a pretty positive balance here. I think we can expand construction quite a lot. Oh, this is going to put us in a big infra deficit in Liberia, but we'll get railways somewhat soon. Also, apparently we have quite a few universities here in North Carolina. Oh, I meant to incorporate North Carolina. Oops. It's 10-year incorporation. Yeah, let's upgrade that to philosophy department. Kind of expensive, but it's probably worth it. Oh, USA has us below 25 Liberty Desire, and they're domineering, actually, so we need to, like, immediately request something from them. Yeah, let's actually just request everything so we get our Liberty Desire pretty high. Yeah, because we just cannot be getting our autonomy reduced by USA. That would be really bad. Oh, I'm actually going into Mechanized Workshop. I should be going into Water 2 Boiler first. That's definitely better. Oh, Sokoto improved relations with me. No! I think I should withdraw from this alliance with Benin now. Um, I'm gonna. Oh wait, why can I? All of these guys have improved relations with me? Are you kidding me? Futatoro doesn't. Okay, well, annex. Oh, France might join? No, there's no way France will join this play. I refuse to believe that France will join this play. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to conquer some stuff in the region over here, because that'll be nice. Unfortunately, we're gonna need to get a border with these guys, which is gonna be a little bit tough. Um, yeah, I don't know. We just kind of gotta colonize. Actually, we should not be going mechanized workshops. We should be going quinine after water tube boiler. We need to start colonizing faster. Okay, well, since we can't really invade any of the other countries, I think I'm just gonna go for a protectorate on Sokoto. It's not too bad. This will be a nice thing, although it might be hard to keep them loyal. But, it's gonna save us a lot of infamy over having to annex them, I guess, so it's decent. Oh, Egypt sided with Sokoto. That's not very good for us. I guess I will put on as many conscripts as I can here, so we can hopefully finish this war before the Egyptians land us or whatever. Oh, I should really get off of Oh no, we can actually pass religious schools with the industrialists. Yeah, I guess I should do that, because I don't really want to try to have to pass two laws. So if we can just pass one law, and then get onto a schooling system, that's good with me. I want to get some education up, because, yeah, 30% literacy is not very good. Because, yeah, we actually are having qualifications issues here in Liberia, which is not ideal. Uh-oh, we're trying to get landed by the Egyptians. Oh, they only have 3 fleet there. I'm just going to take away, let's see here. Like 11 conscripts here. Okay, there's actually only 7 that have been raised so far, I guess. Yeah, we'll move those over to Senegal HQ. Try to defend against this Liberia landing. Yeah, try my best to defend against it. Hopefully, with their huge naval invasion penalty, due to only having 3 ships, we can defend it. Probably. How much ships do the Egyptians have in total? Only 6. Yes, they're probably not going to land. Yeah, negative 102% offense. Somehow they still have 7. I guess. Oh, what? Uh-oh. That's not good that they actually won that first battle. That's actually terrible. Uh-oh. Very bad. Yeah, now our troops only have a total of 2.4 thousand manpower, apparently. We need like all the conscripts over here. I'm gonna delete all the conscripts from this army and teleport them over here like this. And hopefully that'll be good enough. Also, this army like needs more general. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, that looks to have teleported over like 5,000 troops, which should hopefully be enough to defend. Yeah, okay, it is. I'm gonna send my army back over to Sokoto because we are actually losing badly against Sokoto right now. And yeah, hopefully we can push into Sokoto like this, kill them up. Unfortunately, that does give us huge supply route problems, actually, but it'll be fine. Yeah, okay, now that they're over here, we're not getting supply route problems anymore. Hopefully the Egyptians don't get any ideas and start a new landing. Okay, looks like they're at war with the Ottomans now, so they should be busy. Okay, yeah, now we subjugated Sokoto. I guess we should stop damaging relations and instead improve relations with Sokoto now. That'll be pretty nice. Sokoto is our subject. Oh, unfortunately, they have a political lobby that hates us. Very unfortunate. Wait, what? My population has actually been dropping? Oh, we're sending migrants to the US, probably? That's not very nice, guys. You can't be stealing my pops like this. No! Alabama? Oh, the new Africans are stealing my pops? How dare they? This is evil. Yeah, that's crazy that my pop's actually been trending downwards. That would explain why the GDP has been kind of stagnant for the last couple of years, because you don't have any pops. They're all leaving me. I need to greener grass some of these states so that the pops will stop leaving, except they're all going to New Africa, so that's actually not going to help. But what will help is invading New Africa. Oh, they started improving relations with me, so I'd have to expel my diplomats to invade them? Huh, that's unfortunate. Maybe we can just declare a humiliation war and then add in some conquers. This will mean that they could just back down, though. Yeah, they are quite willing to back down, so maybe we only want to conquer like 2 states or something. Oh, the states here are relatively low infamy, actually. Okay, so like what is the highest GDP states? Yeah, South Carolina and Georgia, it looks like. So South Carolina, Georgia. I guess I'll primary South Carolina. Let's go for Florida at the same time. If they just want to give up South Carolina, I guess that's fine. Okay, New Africa does end up not resigning, backing down, which is not ideal. I would have liked to fight them, but South Carolina is a decent reward, I guess. I'm gonna pick up Liberian Metalworks Corporation. We can get steel mills. Iron mines are kind of better, but in the short term, this company will be better. Some would say I only recently actually remember to swap up to, steel tools instead of the basic tools. They would be right, but, you didn't see that, so it didn't happen. Finally got quinine, so we're slowly colonizing into this area now. I'm gonna go colonial affairs 2, so that'll help us colonize a little bit faster. Unfortunately, Great Britain is colonizing a lot here, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough. And I was thinking about doing another war with the USA, but unfortunately, UK just doesn't really want to join us enough to be able to do that, unfortunately. If you could get UK on our side, then that would be pretty nice, but without that, USA is a little bit too strong for us to beat on our own. Oh, I'm out of infamy. I'm gonna go for Benin. Apparently, Sokoto will join. If they do, I think we might just want to spend the infamy to reduce autonomy on them. So I don't think it's that expensive if we get the 25% infamy cost on it. Also, I'm running a big positive balance, actually, so I should expand construction a little bit. Yeah, I'll build up the 5 extra levels in Liberia, I guess, and then I'll build up all of our logging camps. That would be probably pretty good. Oh, and we have tooling workshops we need. Got some peasants in Yoruba states. I'll build up some tooling workshops there. Okay. Sokoto does join. Yeah, it's only 6 infamy to reduce autonomy on them, so I'm gonna do that. And then, yeah, I'll do max conscripts, and we'll raise them all. It shouldn't be too hard of a war. Actually, I should have just conquered some Sokoto states instead. I think East Houseland is their best state. Yeah, I should have just conquered a bunch of Sokoto states instead, but we'll just conquer East Houseland at least. I really should have just conquered all their states. Well, we've got our metalworks company. I think for a second company, I'm going to pick up United Liberia Metal Producers. This will give us more stuff. I guess, I guess I'll remove some I guess I'll remove some social mobility decrees in exchange for industry rights, coal mines, and monopoly coal and iron. Well, nice. We expanded a little bit. Taking East House of Land in Benin. Sokoto's now big subject. They're rebellious, which makes a little bit of sense since we reduced autonomy on them and stole their best state. But, it's all for a great cause of boosting our GDP up into the top 10 worldwide. Pretty cool. Oh dang, negative 80% nutrition efficiency. I guess I'll build my next government administrations over here in the Yoruba states. Just need to get some bureaucracy going here. Oh, yeah, we're running a huge deficit right now. We really need to get bureaucracy going. I'm going to delete some of these tooling workshops so we can get into the government administrations a little bit quicker. I'm pretty confused about why my government revenue is so bad. I mean, I realize that we're not running a bureaucracy surplus right now, but still, I feel like my government revenue was so much better just a little bit ago. I guess the reinvestment has sort of collapsed, but yeah, I'm surprised that our government revenue is seeming this bad. Huh. Very strange. Was it privatizing the iron mines that kind of killed us? It might have been that, actually. That's probably pretty bad. Huh. Oh, we finally have a border into this stuff. Okay, we've got low relations with Segos. We can go for them. Oh, Spain might join? Okay, good luck, Spain. Oh, it's because we have 100 troops immobilized. That would explain why we're in so much deficit. It's actually, like, not that much money, but it is a significant amount of money, actually. Yeah, I'll delete all the conscripts, I guess, for now. We just need to save some money. That'll be nice. Sokoto joins Messina as well. Okay, Sokoto, it's time to get annexed even more. Okay. Sokoto is now going to become an OPM. We do have to remob conscripts for this, unfortunately. Yeah, this is quite unfortunate, but we're going to mob a bunch of conscripts again, just so we can defeat Sokoto. The problem is qualifications, or is it discrimination? Like, are the pops actually too discriminated to work in there? If you look at the manor houses, what discrimination level are these guys at? Oh, they're at 2. Okay. So that is a bit of a problem. Yeah, we probably need to swap off of state religion. Dang, we actually can't fit the intelligentsia into government legitimately? Huh. Yeah, that's unfortunate that we can't do that. Because we kind of need to get off of state religion. Huh. I guess I'll bring in the evangelicals and we'll try to pass public health insurance. That's something. Although, like, we really need undiscriminated pops to start building up our government administrations with. I guess I'll just build up more in Liberia. It's not exactly ideal, but I think we kind of got to do it. I guess I'm gonna have to expel diplomats so we can fight Messina. Yeah, I'm gonna expel diplomats and then annex country Messina. Then we can hopefully try to colonize into Volta or whatever. Try to cross this bridge here. I think we're unfortunately gonna have to like buy some stuff from the British in order to cross the bridge. Nice to have House of Land pre-incorporated because of our tiny slice of it we already had. Yeah, Sokoto is now just a tiny puppet. Nice, nice, nice. Big Liberia over here. If only we could steal Ivory Coast and stuff from the British to have a good connected country. Okay, now that we've annexed Messina, I'm gonna go for colonization into Volta. We just barely have enough to the max almost there. Okay, we can't do two colonies at once because we need to finish Volta. Oh, Britain created British Senegal, so this is now going to colonize super slowly, meaning we're actually going to be able to get our land bridge. We finally got our connection. Very nice. Now we can start colonizing in some more areas. Is this the most important area to colonize in? I don't know. There's only 500,000 pops in Togo, so I guess this colonization shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it's not that affected by population. Oh, I think Denmark's going to finish this off. It looks like we're colonizing the same place, which I assume means that that's all one big province. And then maybe we'll consider going to like Niger Delta or whatever. I guess I should do like a tiny little bit of North Cameroon before that finishes up. Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a big war here between Prussia, UK, Russia, France, Austria, USA. That's a big coalition war. We'll see how this goes. I'm hoping this will make UK and USA both hate each other forever, so that hopefully, you know, we can get some support for our independence. That would be pretty nice. Unfortunately, the UK currently hates me, so we can't get them supporting our independence. Oh, we're actually going to get full occupied here. I should definitely send my troops over there. Probably we don't need quite this many troops, but we do need some so that we cannot get occupied. Dang, the Great War of America and Britain is really collapsing the economy. Oh, we must have we have basically zero market access. That would indeed explain the situation here. It's not exactly good. That's how I would describe it. Hopefully oh yeah, it looks like everyone's gonna white peace this war now. That's good at least. Yeah, hopefully market access will be restored fairly quickly. Unfortunately, the UK is cooperative towards the USA still. Not what we want to see. And yeah, the relations are plus 50, so it's going to be basically impossible to bring UK into a war. Oh yeah, especially because they have a truce with the USA now. Unfortunate. Oh, and France is allied to USA? Okay, yeah, that's very bad. Okay, time to continue conquering the southern United States with Georgia and Alabama doesn't look too bad. Yeah, okay. We'll go for Georgia and Alabama. And then I guess I'll primary humiliation just to make them a bit less likely to surrender. And I will delete all of my conscripts because they're just super unnecessary. We really don't need conscripts to win these wars. I'm going to start a little tiny colony over here in Niger Delta because this is going to be finishing pretty soon. And I just want to try to get a little bit of that so we can maybe trade it to the UK or whatever later on. Trying my best to push. Okay, we just got occupied there. That's not ideal. How are things going so bad? Oh, our supply situation is really bad. Okay, yeah, that's not ideal. I guess we'll just have to do more conscripts. Someone say that's going to make supply even worse, and that would be pretty logical, but it probably won't. Yeah. Oh, we're in another great war? Bruh, another great war has started. Oh, dang. We might just want to go send these troops back real quick so we can go deal with this uprising. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go do that real quick. And hopefully these troops can just hold over here for a little bit and maybe eventually regain some org. Our supply situation is not exactly great right now. America got up to 85% internal trade 3, stealing all my convoys. How dare America steal all my convoys? It's so evil. I'm gonna build up a naval base. Actually, I should create the fleet over here because we need to go faster. Yeah, this is really not going well, but I'm gonna try my best to win this war. After this Volta front is done, I need to quickly go back over to New Africa and try my best to like reland South Carolina, because otherwise we are actually just gonna tick out of this war, which is not good. Okay, now we go for South Carolina. Please, please prepare the invasion before the fleet arrives. Oh, you're not gonna do that in time. Dang. So how do we possibly win this war? That is the question. Does seem near impossible. Oh, we can invade Texas through America? Wait, does that mean we can also invade other states through America? Uh, let's invade Alabama? Oh no, they just okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do some semi-cheese here. Like split formation. This is really annoying that America happened to go internal trade. But what we can do is something like this, and then that will distract their troops, and then we can like land Alabama and Louisiana, and then hopefully we can get one of these in. This is a little bit cursed, but I think this is pretty much what we have to do. We can try to attack them here. I don't know if we'll be able to. We have such overwhelming numbers. Oh, actually, we are actually, no. Oh, wait, we are winning. Oh, okay, that's actually good that we're just winning there. Okay, maybe we actually don't need to do this. Let's try just setting all these guys to defense and see if we can win on the legit front, because that would be more cool if we could manage to do that. This would just be able to occupy these guys anyway, so if these guys don't push, it doesn't actually do anything. Well, I mean, these guys occupying these guys isn't too fair, but it's more fair than trying to like cheese their country. We should actually focus on South Carolina if possible, because that way we don't get capitulated out of the war. Okay, oh, no, oh, come on, come on. What's going on in this battle? Oh, they have no commander, so they can't retreat? Bruh, that's a scam. Okay, we need to take over South Carolina very quickly. Okay, we got it, nice. Now we can't capitulate. Very good. We won this war semi-fair. Okay, yeah, we're about to occupy Georgia, and that is going to mean the winning of the war. Unless it's bugged. Okay, it's not bugged. I was thinking it might be bugged because we were not getting the occupation there quickly enough. I don't think there's many Afro-Antilleans in Liberia, so that shouldn't be a problem, right? Okay, now we're finally capitulating the new Africans. Very nice. We get a little bit of an expansion there. The great Liberian colony in the Americas grows larger. While the investment pool gives so little reinvestment when you don't have the reinvestment multi. This is a scam. How could they do this to me? Yeah, we're gonna have to keep growing our economy somehow. Oh, we have 200 troops mobilized. That would explain why our positive balance is so small. I keep accidentally keeping troops mobbed. That would make sense though, because we are in a forever war right now. Actually, I should really fix that by just expelling Carti's diplomats. Or wait, what? Oh, Fuda Toro is being invaded by Britain right now. That's why we can't. Okay, let's just declare neutrality, and then we can just do this war. And this shouldn't be too bad. Conquer Carta, conquer Fuda Toro, and then maybe expel diplomats, conquer Fuda Jalon. That'll be pretty nice. British Senegal is kind of annoying, but yeah, I don't think there's too much we can do about them. I assume that they really don't want to give up any of their states, except Gambia, sort of. Maybe we could take Gambia, but that actually wouldn't be great for us. Then I'm going to start colonizing in Timbuktu and Inner Mauritania. That'll be a nice little area to expand in. Oh, we're running a pretty positive balance. I guess it's time to start swapping over to steel frame buildings. Let's swap it over on Liberia. What could possibly go wrong? Just like negative 50k income. I'm gonna annex Bornu. We gotta conquer some. I should have forced diplomatic play. Oops. Doesn't matter too much though. Yeah, pretty nice. Unfortunately, the evil Europeans own part of Senegal, and I cannot be ending this run without all of Senegal. So we are gonna need to get a big enough army to defeat all the Europeans who own Senegal. Also, we're obviously need to get our independence from the USA, and we probably want to get them to ban slavery, because or at least we need to conquer all their slave states, because the US having slavery, that we cannot be allowing that to happen. That's like against the Liberian way. I'm gonna conquer Bagirmi. Fun fact, these are one of the few countries in the game that starts out on the lowest tech group in the game. Also, I found out today that Ashanti also starts out the lowest tech of the game. I didn't know that. For a while, I thought it was just the like Central African countries over here and the Marina Kingdom, but yeah, I think Bagirmi is quite possibly the hardest country in the game right now. It's pretty bad. You know, you're surrounded by countries that are a lot stronger. I didn't realize that it started with such bad tech. If I realized that, then I definitely would have considered it for hardest country. Maybe not hardest, but worst. Hardest you can give to Indian territory instead, but for worst is I think a separate question. The evil Brits are trying to invade me again. What's going on here? Prussia, Denmark, a huge world war again. The mega war is finally over, so our GDP can go back to growing. The Great Convoy rating is it's not very healthy for the economy. Guess it's time to go annex New Africa. That'll give us some infamy. All right. I'm gonna go proportional taxation. That'll be very good for the economy. We really need a big economy. Our economy is kind of dead from that convoy rating. Every time the USA gets convoy rated, it's so bad for us. I should probably improve relations with the USA because yeah, Liberia is kind of infinite anyway, and so it'd be nice to have better relations so that we can request some stuff. Like if they get convoy rated, we can request market control or whatever. That would be very nice because yeah, we kind of just like get stagnated on our GDP every time we get convoy rated, which is unfortunate. Currently, we're like 50 million GDP behind the USA, which is not great. I'm gonna try swapping everything over to steel frame buildings. What's the worst that could possibly happen? The answer is like economic collapse, but that wouldn't happen. Also, we really need peasants. Yeah, we only have a million peasants. Where even are the million peasants? I guess they're probably over here. Yeah, they're in like Mississippi and Louisiana. Um, it's very unfortunate that we can't be getting more peasants. 5,000 people are going to Wyoming, Oklahoma, and Yoruba states. That is not very nice. Yeah, we might need to try to leave the U.S. market or something because it's not looking good. But I don't even know that we can. Oh, Great Britain doesn't want to join the USA right now. They also don't want to join us, mostly because of a truce, I guess. Um, well, and because they really hate our government right now. But we can fix that. Yeah. Doesn't look very good. Maybe we could get UK on our side, but probably not very easily. Is there anyone we could? Maybe Russia? Who's the USA hated by right now? Prussia really hates the USA? Okay. Um, oh, we can get like support independence from Prussia. Let's try that. Okay, they decline. You can give them like 1,000 or whatever, 1,500 monies. That'll hopefully get them to accept. Yeah, okay, that way we get Prussia's help, which mm, it's pretty good. Is USA on pro army or something? Oh, USA went pro army this game. That is really rare. I'm gonna also go for Spain support independence. That'll be nice. Spain actually has a big army. Just like last game I played, Spain has a big army. I don't know why Spain is an army twice twice in a row. I guess Spain is doing pretty good these games. Yeah, 54 million GDP Spain is pretty good. Like half the GDP of France. Plus 256,000 income from prop tax. Not actually 256,000 more, but it's probably a pretty substantial bit more. Yeah, 33K more income is pretty solid. Oh, I'm not constructing very much. I would say, yeah, we actually can't really construct all that because, yeah, we're in a bit of a deficit. I mean, we don't have any pops to employ up, really. Only 800,000 more peasants. Although our GDP has been climbing a little bit recently, which is pretty good to see. I guess maybe we should start investing in a larger army, actually. Yeah, let's actually cancel a lot of these construction sectors, and instead, let's start investing in a larger army. I think that's actually me more important, because I do want to have an army big enough to fight America pretty soon here, because, yeah, we need to get our independence and conquer some more southern states, because I want to liberate all the American slaves. So the USA is invading me, which is not exactly ideal. I did just swap over to an industrialist and intelligentsia government so we can get the UK to support us. Um, okay, we can get some liberates here. Um, I guess we'll take Lib New England. I think that's gonna be best. And then I'll take my independence. Oh, um, hmm. Dang, a lot of this costs so much maneuvers. I guess we'll primary the independence, and then we can look at all the different state options we have here. We don't have everything great. I guess we have to take, like, Oklahoma. Dang, unfortunate. Well, at least we get UK living, oh, and we can take American Texas, I guess. But, yeah, it's not exactly amazing. If we could have taken, like, Arkansas, that would have been a lot nicer, but Yeah, unfortunately, we just weren't quite prepared for that. Um, but with the UK liberating New England, that'll be a pretty decent drop in the USA's GDP. Also, us getting our own independence will be pretty bad for the USA. We can spike Canada in? Wait, what? Wait, oh yeah, we don't have maneuvers. Wait, why is Canada not in the war? Did UK give them a exemption? UK gave them exemption from some service. Dang. That's actually going to make UK not want to commit too many troops to this war, I think, which is not what we want to be seeing. We really need UK to commit a lot to this war, or else we are kind of doomed. That would be very bad. Um, oh, um, well, we should get we should get our convoys back very soon after, we leave the USA market. I don't think it. Oh, is it still gonna steal our convoys even in our own market? If it does that, I'm gonna be so mad. You better not do that. That would be so frustrating if it did that. Okay, I don't think it's doing that. Yeah, yeah, we're fine. It's just we need a lot more convoys. So, yeah, I'll put a bunch more ports over here in Liberia. And yeah, our market is really messed up, but it'll be fine. GDP is terrible. Oh, it's really not fine. Okay, Canada got enforced mill access into the war. At least that's something. I'm gonna swap these up to general training because we really need the extra manpower right now to try to hold this off as much as possible. Well, hopefully the Canadians can do something, or the British flooding into Canada. I assume they're pretty far away though. So yeah, it's not looking good. Things are not going well for our holdings over here in Dixie. Yeah, we really need more ports to try to fix this. Yeah, those are gonna take a while to get built, and in the meantime, we're just sort of losing. So that's yeah, not good. Actually, we're starting to do a little bit better down here now. We're starting to win some battles. We just need org now, which we should get as our ports come up. Yeah, ports are coming up fairly quickly here. It's gonna cost us a lot to sub these ports, I assume. Not actually that much. We're running negative 300k balance though, which is, yeah, really bad. All the goods are in shortages. We need to build like a ton of trade centers probably. After these ports, trade centers are what we need to be building. Looks like Hausa is the state we want to build the most trade centers in. Okay, I'll build a ton in Hausa. I don't know why Hausa, but sure. Well, the war is finally going well. Our army's finally regained Oregon stuff. Oh, but our money situation is going less well. That's certainly one way you could put it. Are we running like government administration deficits or something? What's going on? Oh, Mississippi's not on filing cabinets? Okay. Um, yeah, our money situation is really bad. Construction good prices are very expensive. I guess I'm gonna pause construction and we'll see what happens to our budget. Negative 46k is still actually really bad. How are we getting so little money? I feel like we should definitely be getting more money than this. Why did our money just spike up? Huh? I don't know. Okay, well, it's pretty unfortunate. I guess I'll put on a consumption tax on like groceries, and then we just need to win our independence war, and hopefully we can start getting our economy back up. It's very unfortunate how badly our economy has died after declaring this independence war. Okay, well, we've won our war of independence against the USA. Oh, wait. Oh, the Lee Wilson and Company. I was wondering why we didn't own all of Texas, but the Lee Wilson and Company owns part of Texas. That's a little bit weird to have a company own part of the state that you also owned. Oh, our SOL in Texas is only four. That's a little cursed. We should probably get off of slavery at this point. That would be good so we can go like multiculturalism or whatever. I think we'll do something like an alliance with Russia in exchange for a law commitment to ban slavery, something like that. Seems pretty decent. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh, we are only a major power though, so we don't actually get that much success chance from this, but I guess it's okay. Um, yeah, not ideal, but we'll go for banning slavery with just a 14% success chance. The amount of taxes we're collecting is really just way lower than before, so it's real tough to survive in this world without the USA. We really need a lot of trade. Yeah, there's so much things we need to trade. and to remove tariffs on all this stuff. Because our economy is whack. I really should have prepared for independence instead of just declaring it. This is a classic Connor mistake. Oh, we can top up to bulk trading. That's actually gonna be huge. Bulk trading is 8 million GDP jump from swapping up to bulk trading. I'm gonna unpause construction real quick because I do want to just keep building more trade centers. Oh, they're not actually employing up. Okay, all the ones that aren't like already in the construction, I'm gonna try to construct them somewhere else so we can hopefully get actual employment on these. Liberia, are your trade centers employing up? Yeah, yours are doing fine. So let's build up some more trade centers there in Liberia. Hopefully we can get some of our prices back up to normal. Let's remove tariffs. Let's actually look here at what we're getting the most tariff revenue for and remove those. Okay, fabric exports, dye exports. Oh yeah, dye's in industrial goods, right? Yeah, there's dye, and then glass, hardwood, and wood. Okay. Yeah, with those tariffs gone, hopefully we can manage to grow our trade a little bit more. Oh, we're not researching anything. I guess I should try to go towards floating harbors now, so we can get that mass scale trading, because we really need more trade. Actually, creating a trade league here with external trade it probably makes a lot of sense, because that should give us like 50% more trade capacity, and we can't go Slav Empire anyway, so I think that's going to be the way to go. I'll rival two Sicilies and America, and then create a trade league with external trade, and that will give us a solid 50% trade capacity boost, which should help out a lot. Yeah, that'll probably be enough, pretty much. Apparently we need coal. Okay, I'll start building up some coal in Benin. GDP is finally almost recovered to independence levels. I guess not quite, but it's doing a lot better than it was doing. Although our rival, the USA, has also somewhat recovered. So it looks like there's a cession from Denmark, and Iwi is now an independent country. I didn't realize this happened, but I'll start damaging relations with them because I do want to invade them at some point. Well, I really don't think I'm gonna get Sokoto to ever be loyal, so and I don't really know what else to declare while we wait for our troops to the USA to go up. So I think I'm just gonna annex Sokoto real quick. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good next thing to do while we slowly prepare for our next war with America. Getting somewhat close to floating harbor. Oh, I should swap it to industrial port. That'll help out a little bit. And I guess we can do all the other PMs that come from that. What is it? Where's the PMs I'm looking for? Oh yeah, they're in this. No, what? Where are they? We don't have any fish in our country. Oh, we can sell machine steel tools. That's actually gonna be pretty huge. So we have the rubber. Wait, why do we have no steamers? Oh, wait, we need to shift to the shipyard PM. Yeah, there's steamships. And then I wanted to swap up, where is it here? Fishing wharfs, the steam trawlers. Yeah, why is I guess our GDP went down because tools were like a big part of it, and now tool prices are really low. Yeah, I guess that's why. Should probably unpause construction, because yeah, our economy is looking pretty solid here. Very, very happy. Um, yeah, now we're up to 104 million GDP. You can probably just be safe constructing at this point. Although we are running huge glass shortages and stuff, that should stop if we actually just construct for a while in a row. Oh, I do need to make sure to incorporate this stuff. Okay, we are incorporating it. Good. Well, I wanted to invade America, but we'd be fighting France and the UK or in the USA, which would be pretty tough with our current army strength. I don't think we can really do that, even with Russia on our side. So I'm thinking to wait till we can like re-ally the UK or something. I mean, maybe if we change our government, we can get a little bit more support from the UK, but it still doesn't look very good, at least while they're in two other plays. Maybe if they can finish up this Tibet play, it'll look a little bit better, like if we change our government. Maybe it'll be like -40, which maybe we can call something, maybe we can call them something at -40. Okay, I'm thinking it's time to invade the USA. We cannot be, slacking any longer. How dare the game run so slowly in this politics menu? But anyway, I'm gonna declare the war to liberate Haudenosaunee. That should be pretty bad for America. They've got 20 million GDP in Haudenosaunee. So getting part of that liberated should be pretty bad. And yeah, we can call in Russia, Austria, UK. So this shouldn't be too bad to beat America. We're going to call those guys in before I add war goals, though. Even though it is going to mean we have to waste infamy. It'll make things a little bit better in terms of maneuver, or say in terms of calling them in. Oh, the UK only wants a split state? Okay, Liberia and Niger Delta isn't that bad. If we get 7 more, we could give them an obligation. I don't even know if I want to give them an obligation more. Yeah, I think I'll give them Liberia and Niger Delta, because it's really not that bad to give up. And yeah, we're gonna have to conquer that from them anyway if we want to get that state, so I guess we'll just give that up. Now we can get Prussia in exchange for revoke claim on North Rhine. Oh, I hope that isn't that many maneuvers. Oh, that's 24 maneuvers. That was probably not a good idea. Okay, actually, maybe before they accept, we should just add in 1,000,000 war goals, because that's going to cost us a lot of maneuvers. Okay, yeah, let's go for Virginia. Oh, 32 infamy per state. It really hurts. Tennessee and Kentucky. That should leave Missouri as the only state remaining with slavery. Oh no, Arkansas. Actually, let's conquer Arkansas. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be decent. We'll still have, unfortunately, Kentucky and Missouri to conquer. With at least those two will have slavery still. But other than that, I think that might be a... Okay, looks like we did end up getting Prussia and the UK on our side. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Because, yeah, Prussia is gonna distract some French troops. Unfortunately, we do have 97 infamy now, which is quite a lot. Alright, I do want to bring the intelligentsia back into government so that we can continue passing slavery banned, because, yeah, banning slavery is actually pretty important. Because being stuck to racial segregation is not great. What in the world do you mean that you don't have ammunition? Oh, there's like a couple of troops that don't have ammunition? Wait, why in the world is... Oh, the French occupied East Hausaland. Okay, that would explain why we can't upgrade our troops. That is quite unfortunate that the French occupied East Hausaland. Dang. Well, that's really sad. Just the failures on slavery. No. Very sad. I think we actually research socialism next, and I should also actually build more unis. We actually don't have nearly enough unis. But if we get socialism, that should hopefully give us the event where we can ban slavery if you're like super late. Normally you use it to like pass regulatory bodies or whatever, but one of the options is banning slavery. Hopefully you can use that to ban slavery a little bit more without RNG, but it's unfortunate that we're going to go to that. We now occupied the American capital, meaning we can now make peace with America, hopefully. Maybe not. Oh, France probably won't accept. No, France actually is losing to Prussia, or what? Or I guess they haven't reached North Rhine, so they're capitulating. But I guess America doesn't want to make peace quite yet. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, now we can make peace with America, because France just hit capitulation desire. Propose peace deal. Okay. Wait, what? Alright, I need to unpause. Okay, I didn't realize I was paused. That would indeed explain why the peace deal wasn't going through. Okay, pretty nice. I think is this historical Confederacy borders, or do they have Kentucky? I don't remember. But we're kind of close to Confederacy borders now. 130 million GDP. We need a little bit more bureaucracy. We should probably build that up. We really need to fix slavery so we can actually like employ these up. Because yeah, we need yeah, people have to convert to Protestantism before they can work in the government administration, seemingly. Although actually some of our provinces are starting to convert to Protestant. These are a lot of British provinces actually. It looks like just Dahomey, I guess Yoruba states as well, are the only ones who have converted to Protestantism so far. And of course all these ones are Protestant. USA finally going to be below us in GDP permanently after that, probably. Because, yeah, they lost a bunch of their big GDP states, and they lost a bunch of their population for New York, which was a very large fraction of their GDP as well. Oh, the USA has actually banned slavery, so we don't necessarily need to conquer the rest of their thing. Maybe we can just leave them alone and just try to conquer, like, Senegal and maybe Niger strategic regions. That might be the way to go for the rest of this run, because conquering the US states costs so much infamy. It's ridiculous. 32.5 infamy per state. Bulk mass scale trading, nice little 10 million GDP bump. I assume this is going to go down a bit as the trade centers adjust, but it'll still be a little bit. I probably shouldn't have built this many food industries. Also, this construction, this skyscraper is really taking forever. I guess Arkansas does not have very good construction efficiency right now. Oh wow, 75% turmoil is not what you want to be seeing. I guess I'll cancel the skyscraper for now, because yeah, that is so bad. It's unbelievable how bad it is. Looks like most of the GDP bump was actually permanent GDP, which is nice to see. Dang, yeah, research socialism, but we actually need to get a political movement, socialist, anarchist, or communist. And yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm very, very unlikely to find a character that we accept enough to be able to do that with, unfortunately. You have to have like a Protestant Afro-American, which, yeah, that's unlikely to happen. Enlightened royalist? How did this happen? Did like the leader of Yemen resign? That must have been how it happened, right? Although I don't think enlightened royalists just spawn naturally. But we have two enlightened royalists? This is ridiculous. Yeah, nobody here even wants to start a socialist movement, so unfortunately we're not going to get the specter haunting the world very easily, which means it's going to be pretty hard to ban slavery. I guess we can try again normally, but now we're a great power, so we can't even get law commitments for it. It's tough. I guess we can go to like legacy slavery. Yeah, it's a little bit better. The economy's sort of stagnating here as I try to build up some construction sectors, but they're very far in the back of the queue. We have a lot of very low construction efficiency buildings here. I just put a greener or violent suppression decree down in Arkansas because the buildings were taking so long to build. I really shouldn't have queued them up. The construction efficiency there is so bad. Why is it bad in Benin? Why do you just have such bad construction efficiency? We just have turmoil like everywhere. Very unfortunate that we have 18 million radicals. I guess that's yeah, we just have a lot of discrimination. We should probably stop discriminating against our people so much. Like 26% of the pops in Benin are slaves. If you could just fix that, then our situation would be a lot less bad. Wow, Yoruba states has a way higher GDP per capita than Liberia. I wonder why that is. Is it just because all of our pops here are employed in government buildings? I wouldn't think that's that big of a factor. How does Yoruba states have such a high GDP per capita? I guess it's got like a bunch of steel mills and paper. I wouldn't think this is enough to make its GDP per capita that high, but yeah, I guess it's just way higher than Liberia, which is pretty surprising. Oh, nice, we get photographs of Liberia. That's just always a nice event for plus 20 legitimacy. I think I want Prussia to be my ally this game, so I'm going to try to do some sort of alliance with Prussia here. Might get multilateral alliances pretty soon. But yeah, we're gonna go for like transfer French Senegal, conquer Gobir, conquer what's this called? Niger. And that'll be pretty good. Maybe also West Sahara, because the border of this treaty region looks really bad. Okay, well, we finally got off the slave trade onto legacy slavery, which really isn't much better. But I mean, it is. I mean, it's not actually that much better, is it? Should probably just try to ban slavery again. It's gonna take forever, but we gotta try. Right? Yeah, I think we gotta try. There's no way you can get the trade unions in government, right? Yeah, there's no way. What if we try to pass like universal suffrage or census suffrage? Maybe we try to pass census suffrage first, actually. That might help kill the landowners' clout. We are starting to get some GDP growth again, up to 176 million, which puts us at 6th in the world. Still very far behind Great Britain, although I do feel like we haven't got as crazy Great Britain growth this game. Yeah, they haven't actually stolen any states from the Raj yet, so I guess that's why. Oh, the Americans are back again. I guess we'll call ally on Prussia. And, I don't know what we're gonna do in America. I guess maybe like nothing. I guess we'll conquer Lee Wilson and Company from America because that'll clean up the borders a little bit. And, New Mexico doesn't look great, but I think we'll just keep it like it is. And yeah, that'll be good enough. Mobilize the troops, mobilize the conscripts, and I guess we'll promote some generals because otherwise this is going to like immediately run out of command limit. GDP's looking like it's doing pretty good right now. Looks like we don't quite have a large enough advantage to push into America. Oh, I should upgrade to shrapnel artillery, actually. That will help out. Let's select all of our generals so we can put them on defense real quick. We wait to upgrade to shrapnel because that will help out a lot. Oh, nice. We finally passed census suffrage. I think that changed our flag. I don't know what it was before, but it looks like it changed. Yeah, we're pushing into America hopefully now successfully. We can some battles successfully in Washington D.C., which is good to see. Everywhere else things aren't going quite as well, but hopefully we can succeed. Oh, we're having low ports. I'm gonna build up some convoys over here in like, the American states, I guess, because we really need more convoys. We don't have enough to supply our army over here, which is a bit of a problem. Oh wow, America managed to grow their GDP a lot. How in the world did America manage to recover so much? I did not expect them to be able to recover that good. That would explain how they're fighting so well in this war. But wow, 250 million GDP. What in the world? Since we do own Lee Wilson and Company, I'm actually going to have to go for a naval invasion on Alaska because I think otherwise we might actually have a very good chance of losing this war. But if we just invade Alaska, we should be completely fine. Oh, the election's over. We actually got a cautious leader from the church. That's pretty nice. We can bring them in government. And we are going to figure out what we want to pass or whatever. Getting off of peasant levies onto like professional army or whatever would be pretty nice. What is this 5% success chance coming from? Oh, it's coming from the armed forces. Um, the landowners don't like that though. Maybe we still pass it? Yeah, let's see. How many troops mobilized do we lose? We lose a lot mobilized if we go for pro army, so I guess I'll go mass conscription. And yeah, there's actually like no way to defend Alaska without a navy because you just cannot reach the front in time, and there's no way to station your army in Alaska. So anyways, yeah, we'll have to get America down a little bit more. I definitely want to actually enforce the humiliation here, because otherwise they will probably join France when we attack them. And yeah, that would be really bad, because their GDP is actually really large, so fighting them is seemingly not really a very good option. I did not expect America to be able to grow an economy that big that quickly. That's very surprising. Maybe we could do the same if we could just ban slavery, which yeah, it's a little tough to ban slavery. Actually, could do a liberal party, radical party coalition government and try to ban slavery. It wouldn't be that terrible. Yeah, that wouldn't be an awful option. I really wish we could just get like a socialist movement so we could get this stupid what's it called specter haunting the world to get us out of slavery. Yeah, I think we need to cancel mass conscription and try to do that. Let's bring in this government and start trying to ban slavery. What? France is allied to Russia and Austria as well? Huh, that's not good. I guess we might need to find someone that France is guaranteeing and attack them that way, because that's really bad. Belgium might not be a very good country to invade. Um, uh-oh. This is really bad. Um, yeah, that's not great. Looks like our only option might be to try to invade Belgium, but I don't assume that Belgium is only guaranteed by France. Um, actually it is. Prussia, no, Prussia's guaranteeing the independence of Belgium as well. Yeah, so that's not good. Actually, I think an alliance overrides a guarantee, so we could maybe do that, but we need to hope that Britain won't join. Maybe they won't. France and the USA are fighting in this Netherlands versus Egypt war. Is there any chance that will make them break their defensive pact with each other? Did they? Looks like they did end up breaking it. Unfortunately, France is allied to Austria, Russia, and Spain still, which is, yeah, not exactly ideal. I'm gonna try to improve relations with Sardinia, Piedmont, and Spain because if you could like ally those and then call them in against France, that might help out a little bit. But we really are just not prepared for war right now, I think, which, yeah, that's tough. Oh, so we just got too low legitimacy, so I'm gonna have to lower taxes so we can continue banning slavery, because yeah, we really need to ban slavery. The war between France and USA is over, so now France is no longer up conscripted. I think I'm gonna invade Belgium now for liberate country Wallonia. And yeah, hopefully we can manage to defeat the French here. It's gonna be pretty tough, but I'm definitely going to try as hard as I can, because if we can manage to defeat the French, that would be very nice. Oh, actually, I should try not to promote that general because he is a landowner, so that would not be ideal. And yeah, the plan is going to be to call Prussia into our side and try to win this play. France will join them, and then we should be able to call Prussia in. But actually, we might want to wait a little bit because that might encourage Russia to join. I'm going to swap my government over to the industrialists so the Prussians like us a bit more. We can sway in the Russians. Okay, we'll give them investment rights in Belgium. Okay, now Prussia, you can get investment rights in Belgium. Nice. Okay. Now, Yeah, that's a little bit... Hmm. Okay, let's try to add our war goals against France and let's see how maneuvers are looking, because I really would prefer to not have... Yeah, this is... I would prefer to not have to primary humiliation Belgium, because we would lose out on a lot of maneuvers if we do that, but also they are negative 39. Okay, I guess we'll add in as many war goals as we can. Conquer North Cameroon, conquer West Sahara, and we don't have quite enough maneuvers to conquer French Niger Delta. Now I'm going to swap over to this government real quick. Unfortunately, we get a fake legislative failures, which is very unfortunate, yeah. I'm going to have to split off like 100 troops here, so that we can hopefully defend some of these other fronts that exist. There's quite a few fronts to defend. You gotta go here, split, and then you go here. Okay, and then I guess the 16 stack can also go there, and then this 3 stack I think is going to be very important for naval invading. Oh yeah, we should not be in the Gulf of Alaska right now. That is not good. Okay, yeah, the war has just begun. Wait, why is the 72 stack not on a front? I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that troop can go there. And yeah, let's immediately start a naval invasion on the French Senegalese Ivory Coast. Sure. The main thing we need to hope for is that that Prussia doesn't actually occupy Belgium, because if they occupy Wallonia and Belgium caps, then there's no more war goals against us. The French have their fleet here stopping us, so I guess we'll have to cancel and try somewhere else. Yeah, I'll go for like Aquitaine. Doesn't matter too much, but we just need to start a landing somewhere to distract a bunch of French troops. Oh, one of these guys is on attack. Oops, that's a big mistake to have one of those guys on attack. Okay, we managed to start a naval invasion here. Wait, are they actually just gonna let me in? Okay, I guess I'll land in Aquitaine if they're gonna let me land. I actually don't know if it's optimal to land, but the troops are not gonna get to the front fast enough to stop me from landing, so yeah, I guess I'll just be in Aquitaine now. I don't actually think this is very helpful. Let's resplit off one of these troops to go do a new landing. Let's go for like a Normandy. Yet again, they've got a bunch of hyper far away armies, so yeah, this is not going to be hard to land Normandy. I don't know if it's that helpful to land Normandy. Unfortunately, the Prussians are definitely going to get into Wallonia, which is, yeah, not ideal. I'm going to set my strategic objective on Niger, because we need to occupy these two. The rest we can, like, naval invade, maybe. Except for maybe this, but it's yeah, pretty important. Okay, unfortunately, when you land, one of their troops, like, teleports to the front, so we can't keep going further into France. Yeah, let's just do a fake naval invasion now on Picardy forever. Oh, they defeated my navy, and that actually canceled the naval invasion. I thought that was bugged, and it didn't cancel the naval invasion, but apparently it is working how it should. Yeah, we'll start a new naval invasion on Brittany or whatever. Cannot be letting these troops get back to Africa. That would be terrible. You have a new company slot. I'm gonna go for John Holton Company. It doesn't look too bad. Logging rubber. USA is now cutting Britain down to size, which is interesting. Hopefully Russia doesn't waste too much of their troops on that or whatever. Oh, this all just merged into one front because they occupied Benin? Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, that's terrible that they occupied Benin like that. Okay, yeah, we need to get a new navy and then build like a one ship and also a new army for this. And then we can hopefully reland Benin, because having Benin occupied is pretty terrible. Yeah, we definitely cannot afford to have Benin occupied, because that means that we will be capitulating. Oh, a bunch of troops got kicked off of the front from the front merge? Okay, that actually will help out quite a lot to, yeah, now the front advantage is really large. That's good. I guess that's because they're rediverting to Belgium to deal with that. Hopefully they'll also redivert here, and then we can just kind of get a free push into Africa. That would be pretty good. Um, okay, come on. Land Benin. We need to land Benin. This is a really hard war. This is the perils of trying to win wars when you're outnumbered in terms of GDP. Except we're not even outnumbered when you include Russia and stuff. But still, the fact that we don't have a bigger economy than France means that yeah, we're basically we're gonna have to do some really crazy shenanigans to win this. unfortunately. Oh, what? Um, okay, we can do this. We need to make the Radical Party win the election, hopefully. Um, oh, we definitely don't want to have the cautious character die. Oh, but they die either way. Okay, that's unfortunate. I guess we will, take this one. John Purvis. Oh no, that's not very nice. Okay, well, oh, the Radical Party isn't going to win the election. No, come on, we need more election events to help the Radical Party win. Okay, let's start a naval invasion on Benin. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, okay, it's already deoccupied. I'm gonna start a new invasion on Corsica. I don't know, something. We need to distract them, and we need to start capitulating France very soon here. Before, actually, what we should invade is Western Sahara, because if we can take over that, then we're gonna be in a much better situation in terms of capitulating. Because if we can just get France to start capping out before we are, then that will be good. And we have Northern Cameroon and Gobir, so now I think that's the only thing. Yeah, it actually is. Okay. So France is going to be able to start capping out soon. But it's there might be like a tick before Belgium caps out or France caps out. It's going to be super close. Uh-oh. This is not what you want to be seeing. Yeah, especially because Russia and Prussia aren't going to want to make a bad peace deal or whatever, but it's actually going to be a good peace deal, but they just don't understand. Oh, France is actually capping faster than us. Okay, it might be fine then. Well, we now occupy Western Sahara. Very good. I'm going to move some of our troops down here because we need to not lose Northern Cameroon. That is pretty important. And yeah, we just need to win the capitulation war against France here. Okay, we get this. Oh, you're kidding me that we have 1 day until the election? Come on, Radical Party, please sweep the election. Yes, it wins. Very nice. We get to continue passing slavery ban another day. In fact, we can go up a tax level. What? We're spending so much money. Oh, it's because of our lack of market access over here, I think. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pause construction for now till the war is over. France is in the negatives now. We're 2 war support behind France, but they still think they're gonna lose. So that's good. I think it's because they're capitulating slightly faster. Yeah, they have negative 3.56. We have negative 3.13. Okay, we're now winning the war. Okay, yeah, the French are actually waiting to take a full peace deal now. Very good. Liberia will grow larger. GDP really collapsed from the convoy raiding that the French did. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. We'll have to wait for market access to be restored, and hopefully we can fix our economy after that. And hopefully we can ban slavery. It looks like we're getting pretty close to banning slavery. Market access restored to our western part. Hopefully we can actually start building up more buildings. Actually, there's probably like 0 peasants here. Building up that many iron mines is probably a big mistake. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some railways for it, and there's not gonna be pops for those railways really, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be nice to be getting off of slavery finally soon enough. We should be at least. We have another setback. We've got good success chance, so hopefully it'll be happening pretty soon here. Oh, Britain is getting involved in a huge cut down to size war. Also, we're apparently dropping out of great power status. Interesting. Maybe now's a good time to invade Britain. I don't know. It's crazy how long we've spent trying to ban slavery. Yeah, it's a pretty insane amount of time. I should not be building more of these. These are not going to be profitable. Yeah, there's like so few peasants in these states. We really need to ban slavery. Once we ban slavery, we should get access to a whole lot more labor, because like slaves aren't actually counted as peasants. They're like something else. Like you can see 96% of Ghanans are slaves. I started trying to turn up automatic irrigation PM. It's costing us a lot of engines. I'm gonna put a small subvention on the import of engines right now as I build up some more. Right now I'm building up some opium plantations, but once those are done, getting up some engine factories is gonna be pretty important. Should probably violent suppression Benin. Slavery ban is looking like it's gonna pass pretty soon here. Hopefully we don't get a setback randomly. That would be really unlucky. Apparently we have very low legitimacy. What happened? The armed forces took over the Radical Party? What? That's weird. Hmm. Okay, I guess we can do a Liberal Party only thing for now. Yeah, that's unfortunate the armed forces took over the Radical Party. I guess, yeah, we definitely don't want the Conservative Party to win. I don't think we want the Agrarian Party to win. That's unfortunate. We need the Radical Party, or ideally the Liberal Party, to get more votes. Slavery banned. Very nice. Took so long to ban slavery, but we can finally start going multiculturalism now. With slavery banned, let's see how many peasants we have. Yeah, we have 4 million peasants now, so we can probably have pretty good GDP growth for a while here, as we've got lots of peasants to employ up. How is the Benin automobile factories doing, or motor industries, I mean? Pretty okay. I assume we're mostly importing, yeah, we're mostly importing automobiles right now. Actually, I should lower the subvention a bit as we try to swap up to our own production real quick. Yeah. Multicultural will be very nice to start getting some mass migrations, although I don't know what our mass migration attraction is. It's only 81. US has 190. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some, but it's going to be tough because USA has so much more mass migration attraction than us. I've made a perfectly balanced trade deal where, we get a straight state transfer of Niger Delta from the British. Um, the main thing with this is I'm hoping that the British are going to be less likely to send troops to their subjects than if they had an actual border with us, so taking Niger Delta from them will make that a little bit better. Oh, the French subjugated Iwi? No, oh no, the Prussians subjugated Iwi. Huh, that's strange. It's also very unfortunate. I just got my first mass migration of Afro-Antillians from France into Texas. Nice. It's really not that large, but it's something. Well, we just got the event for researching Zeppelins, where you get plus 30 army offense for 2.5 years. I think that means it's time to invade Britain. I'm gonna do... I guess we have to do a humiliation war because we have too good of relations with Britain to invade them directly. Yeah, we have cordial. Or we could break this treaty, but that would cost us, I assume, a lot of infamy. It's actually only 5 infamy. No. No, it's 30 infamy as well, so... Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just humiliate Sierra Leone. And then we will transfer Sierra Leone. Transfer... Where is it? British Senegal. Come on, British Senegal. There you are in the list. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tough war because, Britain has a really large army, but I mean, we have plus 30 offense, so I think that the odds are in our favor. I don't think this war will be that impossible, like the previous France war or whatever. There's a little bit of a front over here I guess we need to deal with. Yeah, we can make sure to call in Prussia, and hopefully we can manage to win this war. We'll see. Also, we're about to get multiculturalism, which is pretty nice. We can call Prussia in with a war goal for something, investment rights in British Senegal, or liberate Fuda-Jalon. Oh, I forgot to transfer Fuda-Jalon. Good for reminding me there, Prussia. Transfer Fuda-Jalon, and then we will call ally Prussia, I guess. Doesn't really matter what we use. Yeah, hopefully Britain will have a war goal against them. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, having the advantage here, when I don't think this is even including our plus 30 offense, is good to see. Actually, I think it is. It's just that we have terrible org. I need to put on some more generals so we can get org back. Yeah, not having org is a bit of a problem. Multiculturalism is through. Very nice. Hopefully we'll actually get some mass migrations now. We'll see. Only 68 mass migration attraction really isn't that good. Apparently we got another one from France. USA is getting a ton of mass migrations. Their population actually is not that much larger than us though, even though we've been staying roughly in line with them the whole game. I don't know how they haven't managed to beat us considering they've been getting so many mass migrations, but it's fine. Okay, we get another mass migration from France. Nice. 82 offense. This is the power of the military airships. They're so strong. You cannot beat military airships. I should move, or I mean, I should mobilize you and go over here because, yeah, we cannot be dying over there. That would be pretty bad. It's very unfortunate that we're really struggling a lot to push into, like Sierra Leone and stuff. We could just, like, push in a lot quicker, things would be easier, but unfortunately, it's not going quite too well. It's going okay, I guess, but things could definitely be going better. Surprisingly, we haven't even unlocked extra supplies yet. I mean, luxurious supplies yet. I guess we're currently researching that, but yeah, surprising that we didn't even tech spread to this by 1917. Wow. Well, there's Sierra Leone occupied. Now it's just British Senegal. So I guess I'll set my strategic objective to the capital of British Senegal. The reason our GDP is collapsing, by the way, is because we have no more market access over here in the southern US, which is, yeah, very bad for our economy. These are some interesting modifiers. Huh. 50,000 for 5 years in exchange for negative 25% decree cost? Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Doesn't matter too much, but I think it's probably worth it. It's very unfortunate that we like have no market access over here. Probably building up there is stupid because yeah, it's like so sad that anytime we go to war with France or UK, we just lose market access. Okay, I need to pause construction. We're losing a lot of money right now from construction and partially from military. So it should be able to be ended fairly soon. We just need UK to go negative war support. Oh, we got our first Indian mass migration from Baroda. It's unfortunately not very large. Yeah, pretty small mass migration. Just a mere 500,000 people are leaving Baroda per year. So unfortunately, sending a peace deal to Britain did not get them to the transfer war goal didn't actually work. But hitting minus 100, it looks like that did end up working. Very nice. Now we control almost all. We do still have some minor little bits to clean up here. Hopefully our economy can go back to normal before we try that. Our economy is really dead from this zero market access over here in southeastern United States. The Dutch flu? How dare the Dutch get a flu? This is evil. Our market is, or I mean, our GDP is starting to recover, which is good. Maybe I should start constructing again. Probably. That'll be nice. Yo, Portugal, can you please hand that over? Okay, thank you, Portugal. Very nice. Now we just need to deal with the Netherlands and Prussia, or maybe just the Netherlands. Nah, we gotta deal with this, I think. Sorry, 1920, though. This is ridiculous. I guess we should just finish this off. Come on, Dutch. Please hand over your territories. Dutch Windward Coast, Dutch Ghana, and Dutch Guinea. Thank you for your services, Netherlands. They're quite scared, but they might call in USA, so I'm not going to primary anything for now. Just until we know the USA isn't getting called in or whatever. Because otherwise that would just be a pretty big waste of infamy. Although I guess we don't really need infamy, because all we need to go for after this is Prussia's thing. Maybe France's? Can we trade with France for that? They are antagonistic towards us, so I'm thinking no. If they weren't antagonistic, then probably. Yeah, they're negative 88 diplomatic stance, unfortunately. Or did they just flip antagonistic? Probably not. They view us as a natural enemy. Anyway, the USA and Russia have both joined against us, so that is less than good. That's quite bad, in fact. Okay, I guess we'll put our big army against the USA. And this army can go here. I mean, this is not ideal at all. But we don't really have too many good options. Okay. Yeah, USA and Russia joining is like insane. Dang. Hopefully this war between France and Prussia can end real quick here, please. That would be nice. Huh. Are we actually just like screwed? How in the world are we supposed to win this? Russia and USA are joining against me? Like what? Um this doesn't seem the greatest, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. The power of conscripts will surely defend us. It won't, but it can try. I guess we can try to naval invade all this stuff. Yeah, it's on the coast, so we can try to naval invade all their little colonies here, because I don't think they don't have any navies nearby, so that shouldn't be too bad. Oh, USA has a tiny little front over there. How dare you have a tiny little front over there? That's so evil. How could you do this to me, USA? This is evil. Okay, yeah, time to immediately start naval invading away these colonies, because if the Dutch can be allowed to keep these, it might be game over. Okay, apparently they managed to take Texas with that army over there, so now the front is merged. I guess that's fine. We should have everything on defense, luxurious supplies. Oh, you should actually get luxurious supplies as well. Okay, apparently they have a fleet guarding this one, so guess we can't stop that one as easily. We'll just have to put everything on defense and try our best to hold this. I guess we can try to naval invade Holland. They do seemingly have a fleet there. Yeah, they do. So I guess there's no point in trying that. We're just going to have to wait for USA to capitulate or something, maybe? I don't know. Or I guess we can try to build up a better fleet. Yeah, let's try to build up a better fleet to beat their fleet. That seems like the logical way to deal with this. I built up a big enough fleet to challenge their fleets. It's just a matter of defeating all of their fleets one by one. Oh, apparently only this fleet is strong enough now to actually stop my naval invasion. Okay, hopefully we can defeat it. Hopefully this is the first general of that fleet done. We have to defeat like one more admiral probably, and then that'll be the fleet gone. A bunch of these people are going to capitulate out of the war soon, so we should be guaranteed to win at this point. It's just, we can do it a little bit faster if we can do this quickly. Another naval battle? Yes, okay, it's in this big 32 stack, so if we win this, I think we'll better get in, because all the other fleets are too weak, and I think this should make this fleet count as too weak. Okay, let's take a look. Apparently it doesn't. Or does it? Okay, apparently the new fleet that's now strong enough. I guess because our fleet took too much damage in that battle. Okay. We're up against the 48 stack fleet now. Did those fleets merge? I guess they did. Okay. Now that fleet should be too weak, right? Or is it not with only one admiral? It's still strong enough? Okay. Unfortunate. USA is going to be pushing out of the war in just a couple more weeks. So I guess we'll see if we can get a battle in time. Okay, looks like that fleet just left. So now we're going to be able to get in. Okay. Netherlands. The coast is now occupied. Okay, they don't want to surrender quite yet, but they're going to be surrendering pretty soon. USA is out of the war now, so we're looking pretty good. All right, I owe an obligation to the Prussians. Oh, okay, it's over in 16 months. We can invade the Ottoman Empire, I guess. I guess if we invade the Ottoman Empire, that way we can get around the obligation. Because yeah, we need to cancel this treaty. Oh, that'll give us a 12-month truce as well. Yeah, if we do something like forced nationalization on the Ottoman Empire, then Prussia would join and we can conquer Iwi. I guess that's what we gotta do. Forced nationalization. Yep, okay, we'll go for it. Proposed peace deal. Very nice. Our coast is now clear of the Dutch. Okay, there's the Prussians in the war. Now we can conquer Iwi. And with that, we'll have pretty much the borders I'm going for, so that's nice. Not having this little bit of French Niger Delta is a little bit unfortunate, but do I want to fight a whole nother war over this? Not really. Hmm. Actually, France is going into a war with the UK right now, so maybe now is the perfect time to invade France. Actually, we can just buy this from France. It looks like with enough stuff we can buy it from France, so that's good. I really didn't want to have to go to war with France. Come on, France, give it up, please. Okay, we can probably add more stuff to the treaty to get that last little bit of acceptance. Do they like our government right now? They don't? Okay, we can change our government. That should be enough. Industrialists. What else do they have in there? So let's try just like a church. Church might be decent. No. Apparently that's not good enough. Wow, they hate the church too? Okay, we'll try... We don't even have PBD marginalized. Okay. I guess we can't improve it via that method then. What else can we do? I guess we can promise to not subvent fabric. Okay, there we go. There we go. Very, very nice. We steal the Niger Delta from France. Now we're gonna have the entirety of the Senegal and Niger strategic regions, which I'm kind of happy with. Oh, we need to defend over here. Uh-oh. Dang, unfortunately the Ottomans managed to take over Chad before we can get to the front. So that means that we cannot enforce on the Ottomans, but we should still be enforcing on the... Oh, but it's enforcing half the speed. Hopefully we can recapture this territory. Yeah, we actually really need to recapture it. Oh, but we just naval invaded Iwi, so we can now move everything over there and hopefully manage to recapture it. Oh, winning these battles into Chad. We've got a pretty good advantage. It's taking a little bit, but we should be able to get back into Chad. Wow, we're spending so much on our military. Once we take back Chad, I think I'm going to demote part of it. Because it's kind of unnecessary to be spending that much on our military. Well, I've occupied Chad again, but I'm trying to defend against these naval invasions that are here. I've defeated their navy, but they're still landing. Unfortunately, they're using the glitch. AI bug abusing? AI bug abusing? Confirmed? It's quite annoying, but yeah, I think we'll better defend. It's looking a little bit bad for Georgia. Wait, what? What state do I not occupy? Apparently I'm not enforcing nationalize all Liberian buildings. Oh wait, what? You have to control the Ottoman capital? I thought you just had to control all of your own states. That's weird that it requires controlling the enemy capital. Oh, we can make peace like this? Oh no, not quite. I don't want to give up investment rights in myself, really, that would be kind of cringe. Okay, we can now propose peace deal, and yeah, this run is cursed. My GDP this run was so bad. Well, regardless, it was a decently fun run. Yeah, it's the number 5 power block. Only 300 million GDP, meaning we are the number 7 GDP in the world. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing to be number 7 GDP in the world in 1924, but I tried my best. Liberia is just pretty weak, especially the connection between the Southeast US and Africa is very vulnerable to convoy raiding is like a very important lesson that I learned in this run. Convoy raiding is very bad. Also, we have like terrible tech because we didn't invest in too many unis. So you can see our tech is quite far behind. Or actually, it's not that bad, but like especially in Miltech, we're only at the very end of Tier 3, 1924. Well, yeah, that's the end of the video. Goodbye!